The men's ice hockey team chalks up another win, adding to their record of 14-1. They played Monmouth University at home and outscored them 6-2. The boys in brown and gold were able to hang on for 4 unanswered goals within the first 15 minutes of the game. There was an Alexis Polis and Alec Nikolai connection in the first period. Half of the first 4 goals were scored by Polis, and both were assisted by Nikolai. In the last few seconds of the first period, goalie Brian Bennett let in a brutal dump from the middle of the ice, ending his own shutout with a score of 4-1. The rest of the game was filled with penalties rather than goals. Both teams contributed 14 penalties within the second and third periods. Despite the countless penalties, there was only 1 power play goal scored by Monmouth University. The Rowan Profs clinched their win, scoring 2 more goals in the third.
After the win at home, the men's ice hockey team ventures up to Pennsylvania to play Lebanon University at the Hershey Park Arena. The Profs put up a noticeable effort against Lebanon University D1 hockey team. Lebanon would be the only team to score in the first with 1 goal. Rowan University didn't score until the second period with 2 unanswered goals. Going into the third period, Rowan was up 2-1, but not for long. Lebanon takes the lead, dumping 2 pucks in the back of Rowan's goal, advancing the score 2-3. With 1 minute left, Rowan sophomore Travis Trent ties up the game, making the score 3-3. This nail-biter was now going into a shootout. All 3 of the Rowan shots were blocked, opposed to 1 Lebanon player able to fake out Rowan's goalie Brian Bennett, ending the game with a 3-4 score. Despite the loss, Rowan had an exceptional game against this D1 school, adding enthusiasm in the hopes of one day entering Division I play.
Last week's Rowan Immaculata game featured the return of Terrence Stewart. For those who don't know, Stewart was the captain of Rowan's 1996 NCAA National Championship team. When he graduated, he was left as a school's leading scorer. He finished with 1,628 points. His record was eventually broken in 2008 by Matt Burns. Stewart was a 3-time NJAC All-Conference selection and played in 4 NCAA tournaments. He made the jump from Division III to professional basketball. He played overseas in many countries, including France, Germany, and Spain. As a professional, he earned all-import first-team honors 3 times. After taking on the role of video coordinator and assistant director of basketball operations at LaSalle University, he accepted the head coaching job at Immaculata.
The Rowan's men's basketball team moved to 5-0 on the season in a win at home over Rutgers Camden last Wednesday night. They also improved their conference record to 2-0 after topping the Scarlet Raptors 85-78. Brendan Cox led the way for Rowan with 19 points and 12 rebounds. Jason Rosenberg continued his hot start to the season with another double-double. He scored 16 points and added 10 assists. In addition, Rosenberg tallied 3 steals and 4 rebounds. Kendall White and Dee Benson were the other 2 Profs to score double digits. They scored 13 and 12 points respectively. The Rowan defense held Rutgers Camden to just 37% from the field. Meanwhile, the Profs shot 56% in the game.
The Rowan's men's basketball team looked to continue their undefeated season against conference opponent, the New Jersey City University, on Saturday, who came into the game with a 1-3 record. NJCU led by 8 in the first half before Rowan scored 15 unanswered points and took a 32-24 halftime lead. The Profs then started the second half with an 8-2 run. However, just when the Profs had all the momentum, the Gothic Knights continued to fight back, going on an 8-0 run and cutting the Profs' lead to 8 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left to play. However, it was not enough for NJCU as Rowan went to hold on to win the game 67-57 and improved to 6-0 on the season. Forward Brendan Cox led the way for the Profs with a career-high 21 points and 10 rebounds. Rowan now gets ready to head to Union, New Jersey on Wednesday night for a conference matchup against Keene University.
When we come back, Rum Cunningham sits down with the captain and goalie of the hockey team. So stay tuned for more All Access with the Profs.